Satnam, guys. Welcome to my channel. I'm very excited to do today's pick a card reading, okay? Because I got some really nice things for us to pick from. This is gonna be a pick a card reading to see what's happening next, okay? What do we need to know? I never noticed, but for pile number one, the sunflower, I never noticed sunflowers actually smell sweet. Yummy. Oh, look, there's a little ladybug as well. Look at you, pawn number one. Can you see the little ladybug there? Look at that. Hello. So that's for pawn number one. Okay. To see what's happening next. Then for pawn number two, yummy. That's such lovely energy. For pawn number two, we have this beautiful tortoise with a rhino and an elephant and a leaf. I got this at a pawn shop a few years ago. For pile number three, we have this beautiful little oil dipper thingy. Is there still some in there? All the way from Egypt with blue lotus oil. Just a little bit. Aha! Yummy. Okay. Lekker. For pile number three. And then for pile number four, we have this beautiful cluster of clear quartz crystals. This fairy city, Kaisers. A fairy metropolis. Metrocity, you know. It's Metro City. Anyway, pile number four. So those are the four piles to see what is next. Pick your pile and we'll sit there. Got pile number one. Pile number one. Pile number one. 02. Let's do 40. So I can just have a quick smell of the flower uninterrupted again. Satnam pile number one. For those of you who picked this beautiful sunflower, this is going to be a reading to see what's happening next, okay? So, there's another bug here that's like filled with pollen. It's so cute. I am getting a lot of like divine energy for you, pile number one, okay? And especially with the ladybug, I feel like there might be some kind of wish being granted to you. Some kind of divine interference or divine wish or divine happening is getting ready to like fulfill itself. Like a divine prophecy maybe even is getting ready to like be fulfilled in your experience, okay? What's happening for pile number one next? Ooh. This is also going to be very clear, like it's going to be very bright, okay? So the Ten of Swords, that's giving me a lot of like biblical prophecy energy, okay? With Judgment, yeah, a lot of biblical prophetic energy, okay? Pile number one, what's happening with you? The Two of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, it's time. Strength. Okay, pile number one. Three of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Chariot, all the way to the Ten of Wands. I'm seeing the Magician as well. Ten of Pentacles and the Hierophant. You know what I'm feeling, pile number one? What's happening next for you is, again, like the Emperor, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Swords. It's kind of like with that Two of Pentacles as well. It's kind of like you feel like you might suddenly feel like you have no other choice but to go a very specific route. I feel like energetically and spiritually, for some of you, maybe even physically, okay? Like, I feel like something is about to transpire in your life, in your experience. I feel like this might have something to do with your beliefs or like how you perceive reality or how you embody your divine energy or something like that, okay? That is gonna completely, I'm hearing, give you clarity in regards to what's about to come, but it's going to put you on that trajectory to embodying this almost like Armageddon esque or biblical esque kind of prof- prophecy, okay? Like, I wanted to say prophetic energy, but like prophecy. So I don't know, like, was there like a prophecy spoken over your life? Have you been promised something by God, by divinity, by, I'm hearing specifically also Yeshua for somebody, okay? Were you, if you were promised something like, or I don't know, you are part of some kind of collaboration to bring about some kind of emanation or something, is what I'm hearing here, even as well, Paul number one, of a divine being or something. Um, what's next is it's time, okay? The moon, the lovers, page of swords, the magician, like it's time. I feel like that's sufficient actually, Paul number one. What's next for you is that it's time, okay? Please do consider liking, subscribing, donating, contacting me for a personal reading. Everything is in the description box down below. The chariot, yeah. You go. Okay. Thank you. 0730, let's do 30, 30, 30. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. Let's do 40. Makes it all equalized and things. Okay. And besides, this tortoise will take a while to get to your pile. Pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2. For those of you who picked this very tranquil, slow and steady tortoise, this is gonna be your reading to see what's next. You know, it's interesting because like when I do that, it obviously implies that the animal is moving, whereas if I do that, everybody would be like, that's weird. But when have you ever seen a tortoise walk like this, you know? Interesting. I don't know why that vibe's coming up. But so part number 2, what's next for you? There might be some kind of like a different comprehension of being, is what I'm hearing, okay? You might start perceiving things from the perspective, like I just mentioned, like, I don't know, what's this? It's kind of like, it's almost like the incorrect thing is universally thought to be true or something like this. I'm also seeing something about like the globe Earth announcing, but like a flat Earth on the backs of like elephants and shit on the world turtle. So part number 2, what's happening next for you is I feel like your physicality, actually, your reality or something is changing. That's gonna be making you recognize, not question, but recognize the invalidity of what you've been taught or something like that, especially in regards to the nature of your world or the nature of your, I'm hearing even your biology or something like that. Part number 2. So it's like waking up to the fact that you've been living in a Lovecraftian novel all along, or you've been living you've been living in a very fantastical reality all along, okay? That's what's next for you, Paul number, I'm gonna take that 2. So we have, yeah, the 8 of Wands, the Knight of Swords. You know that song by Celtic woman Tiernanog? I don't feel like you're going anywhere. I feel like you're waking up very suddenly. It's like, you know how in the movies they're like, oh my god, like what the fuck just happened? Like like I hadn't any like I feel like that's what's happening in your experience. What's happening next is you're about to become fully awake to the fact that you've been living in Hogwarts or Middle Earth or out in fucking nowhere all this fucking time. Okay. And quite frankly, Paul number two, I'm even getting this very like storyline-esque energy for you that like you're gonna wake up like you've always wanted to experience like magic and shit. And now you're waking up to the fact that like, oh, okay, the magic was there all along, right? But you're also waking up to the fact that like, I don't know, maybe you were like just asleep or you were just like being born or something as this magical being, because I feel like some kind of almost ultimate like power expression coming from you, especially with this tortoise. Okay, like this is like the tortoise to me represents um infinite stability, infinite structure, infinite beingness, you know, like this is a crazy amount of energy, like you carry the world on your back kind of vibe. Okay, so you like it's kind of like waking up to the fact that you are literally some kind of ancient divine being, uh and you've read stories about yourself or some shit like that. I'm just gonna go get a cigarette for me quickly. And I feel like it's interesting also like this duality, because like the tortoise was like very slow and blah blah blah, but we have the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So it's kind of like again that experience of everything you've been taught was wrong, everything you thought was real has been complete bullshit, or some shit like that, even and especially about yourself. Okay, but this doesn't feel like some kind of cliche, just like awakening to the fact that we are all source. This feels like some kind of novel energy, bro. Like, this is crazy cool, okay? Yeah, Judgment. You know, when I mentioned the novel-esque vibe, I was drawn to pile number one's vibe of like the apocalypse, not apocalypse, the prophetic-esque energy or biblical-esque energy. Yours is not very biblical, pile number two. Yours is much more like of a fantastical novel. Like, I feel like you're about to wake up to the fact that you are in some kind of storybook or something, okay? You might have had inclinations about this. I'm receiving confirmation as well, but you were like, nah, nah. But I feel like there have been movies and shit that's been like telling you, hey, like, like you're literally in a book, or you're literally in a movie, or like you're in a mythological narrative or some shit like that. Okay. Like literally with his judgment, like poo, 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 like you're about you're about to just like like wake the fuck up, okay? Truly, truly. And the Two of Pentacles, you know, magician, exactly. There's you with that power, you know. Pile number one also had judgment and the Two of Pentacles. um this is very much giving me this novel-esque kind of energy of like, you know, like the cartoons where of like Hannah Montana or Kim Possible, like juggling their normal everyday lives, or just like a superhero, or like I'm hearing even for some of you like a god, like being praised as a deity or as something like that, but like having like some kind of like low-key lifestyle or something like that, like with the people or something like that. Okay, but you're like it's like waking up in a magical Truman Show kind of energy, recognizing that like you're the prophesied one, or you're like, I don't know, you carry some kind of gene, or you carry some kind of certain power, or something like this, and like it was hidden from you, and like, you know. So you're about to be thrown into the world that you've always known existed, but like, and I feel like completely, I feel like you have been introduced to it, maybe to some extent, maybe through movies, through certain experiences or whatever. But I feel like you're about to be thrown into that reality. Okay, you're about to like be fully enveloped by it or something like that. Okay, and by that I also feel like it's because you're being fully enveloped by your own consciousness or your own self or some shit. Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Paul number 2. That was your reading. Please do consider liking, subscribing, donating, contacting me for a personal reading. Everything is in the description box down below. Let's do 1610. No, that's too close to home. Fuck it, why not? Satnam, too close to home. Paul number 3. This is going to be a reading if you picked this. Beautiful. Oil carrying oil thing. Oh god. Paul number 3, I'm feeling some kind of intricacy in regards to love approaching you. This is some kind of very delicate love situation that is, I'm even hearing, trying to make its way into your life. Now, I feel like this love situation, it feels almost very unconditional, because even when it's empty and there's like nothing like being provided to like feed it or fill it, it's still very beautiful, delicate, and intricate, okay? With a lot of potential and a lot of capacity to hold something even more beautiful, okay? So also you know, like wow, but also Kien, you know, Kien, right? So let's see, Paul number 3. There's some kind of very extraordinary love vibration that is wanting to enter your experience. Paul number 3. I'm also getting, you know, when I came to your Paul number 3, I was very aware of the like way smoke tends to stink to non-smokers, yeah? And the oil smells extremely good, right? So again, it's kind of like there's something that is about to enter your experience that it's almost like it's only a potential, like it might be a diamond in the rough kind of energy or something like that, okay? But the potential or the capacity that this love, this energy has to be so much more, or be something like that, is gonna be very clear to you, okay? Strength. The Two of Wands. The Eight of Swords, okay. And the Knight of Cups, yeah. The Hermit. The Nine of Cups. Judgment. This is some kind of like a very, like I'm hearing a very primal or very deep or very centered, maybe even like divine desire that you might have had. Oh god. So with this Eight of Swords, like again, it feels like what's entering is some kind of experience of you like when you recognize it, it might carry a certain energy of, I don't want to say uncertainty, but it almost feels like this Eight of Swords is like you looking at the stone, this diamond in the rough, wondering if it truly is a diamond. I don't feel like you're wondering if it's a diamond. I feel like that Eight of Swords is more along the lines of like you're gonna be in an energy where you're gonna wonder how can I make the best of this? How can I, like, what's the best way to maneuver this thing? Because like fuck, like the potential, the elixir that is gonna come from this expression or whatever has some kind of like I'm getting Asterix and Obelix potion vibes, like some kind of superhuman effect, okay, like spiritually speaking or love wise speaking or something like that, okay. I burn the filters in my magic. So again, like everything is useful, everything has potential, right? Again, confirmation. Paul number 3. Like I feel like I'm so calm and so like almost like just present with the vibe because it is so intricate and because it is so fine and delicate and maybe even like beautiful. Like there's a lot to like look at. Like see, these things aren't just like random glass blobs, they're plants. They're like seemingly ivy-esque plants growing, okay? And like the more you look, the more detail you find, etc., etc. Pile number 3, what's happening next for you is um you're about to come into some kind of, I want to say like a mutual offer of divine love, okay? A mutual offer of, ooh, the devil as well. I'm seeing the emperor as well. The hangman. You're about to come into some kind of very, not quiet, but like very subtle divine offer and expression of love, okay? And like this love feels like as I was talking, it does feel like there is some kind of outside person, but it's like this isn't centering around a specific person. It isn't even centering around a specific situation. It's more centering around like you. It's more centering around like how you experience something or what's being filled or how you fill, how you bring some kind of like energy or something like that, okay? Because either way, like the way you bring this energy, this knowingness of this potential or this desire for this potential or something, the way you bring it is the way it will be brought to you as well. You get what I'm saying, okay? I feel like that is sufficiente, Paul number 3. Thank you so much for your consideration. That was your reading. Please do consider liking, subscribing, donating, contacting me for a personal reading. Everything is in the description box down below. Bye, yeah. Let's do 30. Ist ut evest urtend asach. Satnam, pile number 4. For those of you who picked this lovely fairy metropolis, this fairy city, this quartz cluster, this is going to be reading to see What's next? So I just got the sense of like, there is a seed crystal, and then the other crystals kind of grow from it, emanate from it. But I got it like happening very fast. So there might be something that you. I'm also seeing that scene from Harry Potter where they're like in Gringotts in Bellatrix's vault, and like all of the things they touch start multiplying. I'm seeing something start multiplying very fastly, very quickly, and exponentially for you. Okay, and this multiplication happening, it might have seemed like it was slow, but I don't know, in like your timeline it could seem actually quite fast or something, depending on how you perceive it, I guess. But there's something about the multiplication being, because it's of the same nature as the seed, the multiplication being like of equal worth, or just as stable, or just as solid, or something like that. Okay, so I'm hearing something about, I'm also hearing like don't speak, don't talk to, don't count your chickens before they hatch or something like that. But I'm also hearing something about like, no, but like, why would I even bring in that energy? Why would I even bring in that like don't count your chickens before they hatch energy, right? Because like as I mentioned that, like what I actually wanted to say, which was quite important, kind of left, that energy left. So pawn number four. In this case, this is what I wanted to say. Like in your case, pawn number four, like it's almost like you get to have quantity, okay? And usually quantity means quantity over quality, but not in your case, okay? I feel like you're about to have a quantity of quality. This feels tremendously similar to a reading I did some time ago as well, okay? So what's happening next for pile number four? This multiplication. I'm also seeing the Ace of Pentacles in my mind's eye as like a plant growing. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles, that is sufficient. Especially because like the pentacle can be seen as like her child, or an emanation or creation of hers, you know? So definitely something is about to like grow in quantity for you. I feel like something that you have that is very good for you, that you feel like makes you feel secure or safe or loved or abundant or healthy or something like that. Some kind of energy like that is about to like sprout new emanations of itself, okay, of equal worth. This is like your kingdom multiplying like 100%. So it's not just the size, or it's not just the I don't know, the riches or the population, but it's like everything. You know, like everything is multiplying to its perfect nature or something like that. Because I feel like you perfected something, or you really crafted something really well. You pressurized something into a diamond really well or something like that. And because of that, like the emanations are of equal value, or of equal vibration, okay? Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. See, every time there was an issue like a Ten of Swords, I feel like you're recognizing it was because you weren't actually utilizing that very high vibration. Like what happened at the beginning of the reading when I mentioned something shitty, that like very good vibration like almost left, you know. Luckily we got it back. So it's kind of like you might have thought that the emanations from the original seed pentacle or something like that wasn't strong enough to be utilized as a shield, or wasn't ready, or something you created wasn't ready, or something like that. But in reality, it was always ready, even to be utilized as some kind of energetic shield for you. I don't know if that, like, that is obviously relevant for somebody, okay? And again, it's like it's expanding into the four directions as the stability, as equal value, as equal measure. I'm even hearing, okay? I'm also getting this Ten of Swords is actually giving me that exact energy of like the spiky crystals just like popping out of the thing, like you know. So you're about to be extremely abundant in what you have already created, okay? You're about to be extremely abundant in the energies that you have already laid down or that you've already experienced. You're about to be very abundant in that, okay? So I don't necessarily feel like any kind of new energy coming towards you or coming into your experience, but the amount of goodness that you have experienced up until now is about to be multiplied a lot, okay? Again, with the same value, if not more. More value because there's more of it. You get what I'm saying? And the Two of Wands, the Moon, and the Page of Cups. So the Fool. So that is actually some kind of new energy, but like I'm being told to not even actually focus on that because you should be focusing on this growth emanation, this like multiplication happening. For some reason, that is what you should be focusing on currently, okay? So that Two of Wands is actually giving me exactly, excuse me, that energy of recognizing that the things growing in your experience now are of very high value is giving you a lot more control over. I'm hearing something about land mass creation, like as the crystals grow, okay, for the future, for like future farms or some shit, you know. um um because everything is growing on every level for you currently, Paul number 4, or that's what's happening next, right? The recognition of the value of everything in your life that is growing is gonna be creating some kind of a very strong, very settled like version of yourself. It's allowing that like version of yourself, okay? I'm almost feeling very like not sleepy. You could experience it as sleepy if you don't recognize the energy, but I'm getting this energy of like ancientness, like being an ancient tree or some shit like that, okay? Like everything that is currently multiplying in your life or that's about to multiply in your life is leading you to some kind of future experience of royalty, quite frankly, okay? Like a lot of riches, a lot of abundance, okay? Literally being able to hold the world in your hand, pick and choose, do what you want, okay? You might resonate with being the mother of abundance or being the emanation of abundance or something like this, okay? Or the father of abundance or whatever. I'm also getting something about this feminine energy being there because the multiplication happens by itself. This is a very grounded energy that I'm feeling, okay? Oh, hey, brother. Oh, yeah, let's see. Okay, pawn number 4. I think that was sufficient. The water back, so, bro. Please to consider liking, subscribing, donating, contacting me for a personal reading. Everything is in the description box down below. Also, I feel like that the animal, the dog, would come in, Rommel. The animal. I feel like that's also a very earthy energy, okay, presenting like the multiplication of your riches, spiritual and physical, okay? Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Yeah, yeah.